guys would not believe who I had an interview with.
Business owner who is filled with purpose behind her progress.
So I'm CJ. I'm the owner of Redolence. So whole life I've felt set apart from my siblings and the people growing up. I've always been a little socially isolated, and I could never really just be as outgoing as them. I used to want so bad to wish I can hold conversations and interact the way my siblings did, and I just never could. And so I've always had a creative and an active mind, had to find ways to keep myself busy, sort of say, because I never really had, homegirls and homeboys to hang out with. I've always had to just find my own lane, sort of say. I believe that God
Yeah.
has blessed me with a heavy sense of intuition, discernment, and very socially isolated. And the end of last year, I feel like I was just being like physically pushed to start this business, doing what I've been doing and reaching out to people who are also socially isolated. I want to say social anxiety, but that's what I didn't even know that was a thing. And when about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with social anxiety, something I never even know was a real thing. And I just been trying to navigate it, and I realize that there are so many other people out there who have not identified yet what's going on or the things that they experience that I experience, and like I wanna help them navigate. I wanna help them learn how to love themselves and how to be creative. Self-care is really big for me. I
Yeah.
wanna encourage people that it's okay to sit with yourself and be with yourself and, really promote the importance of loving yourself before you go seeking it out from the world, and just different ways to do that. And one of my most favorite ways to do that is scent therapy. You know.
Okay, so I was just about to ask you, so what is it
Mhm.
that you've created that will help those people? And by the way, your testimony is so beautiful. It is moving. And I want you to know, because I feel like you don't really know this, you
Mhm.
were not meant to fit in because you are a natural empath. That's why it was awkward for you to fit in. And the problem was is that you were not able to develop what that gift is. So if you are struggling with anxiety and you have been awkward and you feel like the black sheep, you are an empath who takes on other people's energy. So if a person thinks and you come in the room next to them and they think, ugh, you will feel that, and then all of a sudden you like, ugh, why am I in here?
Yes.
You
Yes.
are an empath. You learn how to take. You're a natural healer. That is your gift that God gave you. You're a natural
Mhm.
healer. But the problem is that you didn't know what your gift was, so you kept absorbing other people's energy. So
Mhm.
with your sense business, has it helped you navigate through? Because you said self care is important. It is so important. Through sense, has it helped you navigate to learn how not to attach other people's energies to yours?
Absolutely. So, and that's one of the biggest thing I dealt with growing up is I feel like I can go in a room and completely change the entire environment. And now that I know myself more, I know that I can. I know that I can take people's energy and I can give them mine. I used to stand next to somebody and start feeling bad out of the blue, and I'm like, why I'm feeling like this? And so now I've learned that I am feeling other people's energy. So when I do, what I do is use my personality, what I know, and I impact them. I love impacting people. I love positively infecting people with my, even if it's just a smile. Because I realize I really can feel that, and I don't like label, but I'm a fixer. I do. I like
You're a
to, if
healer.
someone's going through something,
Yeah.
I want to make them feel better.
Yeah.
Because that's what make me feel better. That's what
Right.
does it for me. And
Right.
so, through scent therapy, I have learned how to um, get to know myself better, who I am, and then be able to absolutely separate what I'm feeling versus what I'm picking up on somebody else.
Okay, so
Um,
you've learned how to discern after you've healed them. You've learned how to discern, oh no, this is not me.
that's not, yes, that's
That's
not
not
mine.
me.
That's
That means
theirs.
that you have learned, you have mastered alchemy. you have learned how to alchemize and transmute that energy to be for your good. You
Mhm.
took their energy and you changed it so you can accept the good part of it. You are a
Mhm.
master alchemist.
Okay.
Ain't that
Oh,
something? That's how
that
that's how your
is.
spiritual gifts, once you spend the time to heal yourself after you've taken on to a little too much. Okay, you can take on a
Mhm,
little too
mhm.
much. And it's starting to
Absolutely.
affect how you see yourself. It's starting to affect how you sleep. It's starting to affect the way you have relationships with people, how you eat. And you have to take a step back because empaths, our job is to heal,
Mhm.
or as you put it, to fix. I like the way you put it. We fix the earth. That's why we were born. That is your sole purpose. So how can people find your sense if that's one medium that you have mastered to help you alchemize negative energies, that you are willing vessel? I just want to
Mhm.
know how, I want you to sit in how inspiring that is. Kudos to you for being a willing fixer, a willing healer out here in the world to help take off of the shoulders of other people.
Mhm.
Congratulations to you. That is a beautiful, beautiful way for you to have your time here on earth in this human experience. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
to make sure that you're not too drained, you are developing scent therapy because you went through it and it helped you. Your
Mhm.
business is to help others. I would need your help. So I'm going to place me an order.
Mhm.
I need your help. I want to be, I know how to transmute the energy, but sometimes when I'm out with my children and my whole family and I pick up on somebody's anxiety, I could be examples. Like, have you ever been to a restaurant and it's always that one person who's super loud, but also confrontational?
Very.
They are
Yes.
energy siphoning. They're not
Yes.
harvesting your energy. They're just trying to take every piece of energy around them because they're uncomfortable. So they get really loud, and now you're like, oh my God, why are they so loud? You're giving them energy because you're giving them attention.
Yeah.
Anytime that happens when I'm out with my kids, I immediately start to have like a panic attack because
Mhm.
I could feel so much of their anxieties. And as a mom, you already have anxieties because you're trying to make sure your kids not too
Yeah.
loud, they not running around, they ain't
Absolutely.
knocking stuff down. But to feel somebody's extra anxiety boost, it's like it's overwhelming for me. So you have to have something in an instant that can help you really lower those anxieties. And I think
Mhm.
scent therapy would be something that I'm willing to try. So if you are willing to try too, you can get some of your scents.
Yes. So, I do have a website, and I'm a small business. I'm working out of my home. This is kind of like my little store here.
Oh, that's
And I do
beautiful.
these. Thank you. I do these since. So first, I'll give you a background. So the name of my business is called Soul Redolence, and so soul is like our very being, our very essence of ourself. A redolence is a strong or pungent odor, not good or bad, that can jog a memory. So we have redolences every day. If you like smell cinnamon, you like, oh, Granny's apple pie, or you smell some burning tire and you remember 4th of July or something, these smells that jog memories, we have them every day. These are redolences. So
Okay.
growing up, when I started getting into scent therapy and learning how to help with my anxieties and things that I would feel, I would, especially when I got me a car, I would go to the mall and I would go into a store and I'll just smell stuff. I'll go to Walmart. You love to smell stuff when you go to the store. You're like, oh, them good scents, and it just gives you like this boost. And that is a form of therapy.
Okay.
And so, with my brand, with my line, I created my redolences. I created things that bring me good memories or healing memories. Um, and so I do have my own brand, but my ultimate goal for my business is to do workshops with people. Um,
Appreciate you guys watching today.
yeah,
Shout out to CJ. We want to support her local business. Y'all go visit her website. Tell them your website one more time.
it is my soul redolence. So MySoulRedolence.com.
I'll see you on the next episode.